Mark and Jenna had built 9 years of marriage in Portland, their lives anchored by their 7-year-old son, Liam. Mark, a hard-working contractor, poured himself into providing, while Jenna thrived in her role as a marketing manager. On the surface, their marriage appeared strong despite the long hours and constant demands. That illusion shattered one evening when Mark came home early. In the living room, he found Jenna with Chris, one of her colleagues. The closeness between them left no doubt. Jenna stammered out an introduction, calling Chris just a co-worker, but the nervousness in her voice betrayed her. Later, Mark discovered texts that confirmed what he already knew: an affair. Heartbroken, he told Jenna to leave, effectively ending their marriage. Jenna pleaded for another chance, insisting it was a moment of weakness fueled by feeling overlooked. Mark couldn't forgive her, not when it had happened in their own home, with Liam asleep upstairs. His voice was steady when he demanded she move out, firm for his son's sake, even as his chest ached. Jenna went to stay with a friend, her phone messages filled with apologies, but Mark ignored them, focusing on shielding Liam from the storm. He hired a lawyer and began divorce proceedings. Life without Jenna quickly became a hollow routine. Mark managed school drop-offs, soccer practices, and late-night homework while fighting off the simmering anger of picturing Chris in their house. Jenna, burdened with guilt, started therapy and cut ties with Chris, hoping to prove she was truly sorry. Their communication narrowed to parenting matters, strained but civil, for Liam's sake. At night, Mark lay awake, tormented by questions. Had his long work hours pushed Jenna away? Still, nothing excused her choice to bring another man into their sanctuary. Then, one rainy evening, a knock startled him. When he opened the door, there stood Chris, disheveled and restless, asking to talk. Rage burned in Mark's chest. How dare he show his face? Chris admitted to the affair, saying Jenna had ended it and that he regretted his part. He confessed that it wasn't just physical, that he had real feelings for her. Mark held himself back, slammed the door in Chris's face, and stood trembling. The audacity of that visit reignited every wound. Yet it also left him wondering, was Jenna's remorse sincere, or just another layer of lies? He told no one about Chris's visit, using the anger as fuel to push the divorce forward. The house was sold, assets divided. Jenna didn't contest a thing, her guilt silenced her. Liam struggled with the shift between two homes, confusion clouding his little face, and Mark's heart ached watching him. He immersed himself in work and fatherhood, drawing strength from Liam's laughter. Jenna stayed in therapy, cut off from Chris, and tried to show consistency as a mother. Still, Mark couldn't forget. The memory of Chris at his door remained raw. A friend urged him to try counseling, not for reconciliation, but for co-parenting. Mark reluctantly agreed. In sessions, Jenna admitted how invisible she had felt, how his long hours had left her lonely. Mark acknowledged his fault but remained firm. Her affair had been a choice, one he could never excuse. Together, they set clear boundaries for Liam: no ex-lovers, full honesty, no blurred lines. Months passed. At Liam's school play, they sat apart, both clapping proudly as their son bowed. The divorce was finalized by then. Their marriage was gone, but their shared responsibility remained. Mark slowly healed, coaching Liam's soccer team, rediscovering forgotten hobbies, finding quiet joy in his son's presence. Jenna focused on her growth, aiming to earn respect, if not forgiveness. The image of Chris knocking at his door never truly faded. But instead of breaking Mark, it had crystallized his strength. He moved forward cautiously, opening himself up to dating, though guarded against new wounds. Jenna rebuilt her life too, her career gaining momentum again. They weren't friends, yet not enemies, united only by Liam's love. At Liam's birthday, they stood on opposite sides of the room, watching him blow out candles. The betrayal, the divorce, that single knock on the door, scars that would never disappear. But Mark knew his decision had been about dignity, not revenge. Chris's intrusion had only confirmed what he already understood: he couldn't stay. Now, his focus was on Liam. Building blanket forts, laughing at silly jokes, cherishing each small moment. Though Jenna's actions had broken their marriage, Chris's visit had reminded Mark of his own worth. From the wreckage, he was forging something new, not just for his son, but for himself. A different life, scarred but whole, rising from the ashes of trust that once was.